How's it going? You like old school horror games? Do online scalpers make you want to jam forks in your eyes when you see what they think is a reasonable price for a 20-year-old game? This video is just for you, dude.
Now, it goes without saying, last gen had a great deal of horror games released across both PS3, Xbox, and Steam alike, so this isn't going to cover games like Dead Space, The Evil Within, Alice Madness Returns, Deadly Premonition, etc. However, I do believe those are all great games you should totally check out if you like the genre. This video is mostly going to focus on the not very known side of the PlayStation 3 PSN store, which features a very wide selection of classic horror games and even rivals Steam, which has its own very wide range of old school horror games. And of course, we could all agree emulation is probably the way to go with a lot of classic games. However, I just want to show there is a third option to play desired horror games that aren't exactly widely available. So without further delay, let's get right into it. Now, most Resident Evils are on all platforms, especially Resident Evil 4. However, the PS3 is the only system you can own every mainline entry, that being Resident Evil 0 through 6, the remake of 1, Code Veronica X, the 2 rail shooters, ORC, Operation Raccoon City, and both Revelations games.
Holy shit, that's a lot of Resident Evil.
So, if you want to catch up on the franchise, the PS3 is definitely the go-to platform. And all of the games are reasonably cheap, with Resident Evil 1 through 3 only being about $6 a piece. Silent Hill 1 through 3, Homecoming, and Downpour, basically the entire Silent Hill franchise is purchasable on the PlayStation 3, and you can even get 4 if you want to make a Japanese PlayStation Network account, and you might argue that the HD collection is dog shit, and it is dog shit. And for the 360, it unfortunately was never patched, but they made a patch for the PS3 version which makes it run a lot better, and it fixed a lot of the issues that it had when it first launched, so you can comfortably play all Silent Hill games on the PlayStation 3. Now, of course, this video isn't just going to be Resident Evil and Silent Hill, because everybody knows Resident Evil and Silent Hill, I'm sure, by this point. But there's a lot of obscure horror titles people like myself have been itching to play, but don't have the cash for eBay scalpers. Like, seriously, like, some of these things are absolutely ridiculous.
No.
You can purchase both Fatal Frames for only $20 in total. Both are only $10 each, compared to the retarded online listings going for around $40 each. Siren is also only around $10. Parasite Eve 1 and 2, like most PlayStation 1 classics, are only about $6 a piece on here. Now, these have been all the games I've been able to personally find, and I'm sure there's a lot more on here. If you find any others, please leave them in the comments so you could hopefully direct myself and other people looking for the same games and own a PlayStation 3. That would be very helpful. Hopefully, with the PS4 having the PS2 Classics section, which unfortunately hasn't been expanded, we can see games like Rule of Rose or Haunting Grounds, which are 2 games that are very overpriced that are still unfortunately not available on digital like the other games that have been mentioned. Another fantastic thing I would also like to add on is that the PlayStation 3, no matter which model you have, is in fact backwards compatible with any PlayStation 1 disc you have. So, even if you do own all these games, you don't want to pay the $6, you can gladly play them. Unfortunately, the PS2 is not backwards compatible, but you can in fact play all the PS1 discs on the PlayStation 3. So to conclude, I think the PlayStation 3 is a great way to be able to play old school survival horror games, or just horror games in general. There's a pretty decent selection on there for you to select from, and I think it's the best way to play everything all at once without having to fumble around with multiple systems. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Have yourselves a nice day. If you like videos like this, especially if you like videos talking about Resident Evil, you should consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about Resident Evil a lot and give, I would probably say, or at least I'd like to think, are pretty fair opinions. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So if this is your kind of thing, you should probably subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much.